Catch you doing it one time and you're out, you understand? Huh?
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you something else right now. I don't take any shit from you kids. This place is for working stiffs. It's not for rich-ass, snot-nosed kids who want to go dragging on the orange belt. I don't allow no smoking in here, neither. You want a butt, you go out in the junkyard.
Oh, well, I don't smoke.
Don't interrupt me, punk. Don't interrupt me. Don't get smart. And shut your pie hole. I know a creep when I see one. I think I'm looking at one right now.
Good morning. Hope everything's well. Single topic video here for you. We're going to touch on Kevin McCarthy ousted, right? First speaker in American history to be removed. Others only relinquishing power through resignation and the obvious House majority flip, right? This was a motion to vacate brought to the floor by Matt Gaetz that passed 216 to 210 with only 8 Republicans with nuts enough to vote with principle. The other 208 votes coming strictly from Democrats who did it solely to sow division or the illusion of, right? But it also had fake MAGA come out to show their true colors, like Lauren Boebert, right? Wild Tasty, you want to touch them big biggins? She took a lot of money from Kevin for a re-election and, of course, voted to keep him, right? MTG loves to run her mouth at fucking high decibels regardless of nonsensical shit falling out of it. Voted to keep him, right? And you have them and the establishment acting like this is insanity and chaos, when in reality, this is called accountability, right? And, this comes after, the terms negotiated for Kevin to attain this position to begin with after 15 rounds of voting. Heavy concessions to, the Freedom Caucus as how this was going to run. And at first it seemed like the guy may stick, to the plan for the first few months at least, but come April, dude started getting softer and slimier, right? You enter the end of September where you had budget negotiations taking place, where he put forth a bill to the House, and then using his reptilian forked tongue to work closed-door deals with the Biden regime to fund the Ukraines through appropriations, right? Again, going directly against those concessions and GOP constituents, with 67% of Republican voters polled saying they do not want more funds to go to the Ukraines, man. And there was at one point where working across the aisle was considered progress. It was how you got shit done. These days, bipartisanship means your rights are going to be infringed, the budget's going to be blown out, and they're going to spend billions of dollars to go across the fucking planet to kill poor brown kids, right? Gaetz, if you listen to any of his speech on the floor, you realize this wasn't some self-aggrandizing chess move, as not only did he state he wouldn't want the position, but went on to nominate Jim Jordan, but also explained his position in detail, pointing to quite a few examples, one of which is like, Kevin's still running around saying we passed comprehensive border reform, the strictest ever passed, right? Knowing damn well that not a damn thing has happened. You know what I mean? And you make change by starting with leadership, and we need some hard-nosed leaders that don't fucking give in at every opportunity. And while, hard-nosed bills from a truly conservative House may not pass a Democrat-controlled Senate, I myself would rather see some gridlock than cucking and, the left's radical agenda being rolled out ad nauseum, and that's exactly what's happened. You've seen the Overton window shift only to the left with a periodic, establishment fucking neocon come out to put on a show like, I'll stand in the way and at least slow it down a piece, but then always gets out of the way, right? Jellyfish is at the 12th hour, which has become, GOP modus operandi, right? This is definitely about principle and about true conservative change, regardless if you like it or not. Of course, you have the establishment again melting down because they were having their cake and eating it too, and God forbid anything's uncomfortable for these reptiles, man. Unfortunately, though, even with Jim Jordan, Steve Scalise in the running to take the position, you have the interim speaker slamming the gavel like he's a fucking lunatic and adjourning until next week, which again, GOP fucking, standpoint, right? Put everything on the back burner, regardless of how important or pressing, because God forbid these people have to work more than 20 hours a week. Real shit, man. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Appreciate the stop. Like, share, subscribe. Smell you later.